This channel is made possible by viewers like you. My viewers, subscribers, and patrons greatly help to keep this channel going. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for all of you. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any uploads. And if you'd like to go the extra mile, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you'll get access to what I'm working on, previews of upcoming content, and even early videos, along with other tier options for those that are interested. Thank you, and now on to the video. Exo Primal is a new third-person shooter, and it's a game that I'm having fun with, but it is one that honestly feels like a bit of a mess in other ways. The game looks decent, the amount of dinosaurs is pretty cool, and the various suits and gameplay is generally pretty fun. What I do find rather odd is the entire setup of the game. This game hasn't received much marketing from Capcom, and this is a co-op focused title, so I am concerned about how long this will be active. You need at least 5 people together to play the game, which makes me wonder if the game will eventually be abandoned, maintain a niche fan base, or even change to allow for some single player options. One thing is certain is that it does scratch that itch for some enjoyable mindless gameplay, especially from its co-op mode. And before we go further into it, I want to thank Capcom for providing me a copy of the game as a means to be able to cover this on my channel.
Summon raptors. Take up!
Exo Primal centers its gameplay around fighting dinosaurs in various situations. After you create your character, you are then thrown into a tutorial that goes over a few different suits that you can use. There are plenty more suits to experiment with, and they range from melee fighters, range fighters, tanks. This means that it might take a bit for you to really find something you want to dig into. I've only just started playing, and outside of the tutorial, I've only used the first suit. This seems like an all-around range fighter. The controls are standard third-person shooter type stuff, so in that way it's easy to get into, but there are different abilities for you to use that are on their own cooldown, even with one being this awesome cool super weapon. So matches put 2 5-man teams against each other. The goal is to complete your objectives faster than the other team. Then there is this final event, which is more unique, where you are actually fighting the other team. So matches are a mix of PvP and PvE. I tried one match of this and got crushed, so I figured I'd give it another try later on. Now you do have the option to just play the game in PvE, so it is a 5-man team completing objectives, and I honestly found myself enjoying the co-op exclusively a lot more. Story-wise and how it is delivered, along with unlocking some of the basic stuff, is just weird and feels needlessly convoluted. All within the intro of the game, you are fighting on a team, and this involves a crazy AI, time travel, parallel universes, and dinosaurs. It feels like they threw everything into this game and was hoping something would stick. It's all over the place, and at least it's still entertaining. The odd thing about the story is that it presents these linear set of cutscenes of sorts, but you only unlock more story sequences by playing matches. It feels like they had a campaign here, but that was scrapped to focus on this competitive and co-op play. It's an odd way to provide the narrative, and this is an always online game, with all of the attention on playing with people. Yet all of these story sequences are delivered how a traditional single-player campaign would be. There is a heavy amount of cutscenes at the start, and it can make the game feel like a rather sluggish start because of it. Get me into the gameplay quicker. That is where the main attention is. I also think that the game needs more balancing. For example, many of the horde-like locations are rather easy to fight through. Then you will come up against a big dino, and he can take you out in 1 or 2 hits. This sort of stuff feels cheap and is in need of better balancing. The matches potentially should have difficulty options, like normal and hardcore or something. I just started getting into this title, and the gameplay is fun. I really like blasting away at so many different dinos, but there are aspects that just seem off, need improvement, or are just odd, and they are very noticeable right from the start. Again, thank you to Capcom for providing me with a code. Is Exo Primal something that you are interested in? If you have played it, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. And also, let me know, is this something else that you would like to see me cover on this channel even more? If you're interested in being notified of new videos, please hit the subscribe button and bell. And if you would like to support the channel and get early access to content, please check out my Patreon. All of the links will be at the end of this video and within the description. And thank you very much for watching.